Hi all, it's Paul. Now there are a lot of hopes and wishes all over the internet right now for the new features that might be in GTA 6. Some good, some not so good. In this video I thought it would be a good idea to rank these wishes from worst to best. Before we start the ranking, I'd like to set a few ground rules so there's no confusion. Ranking will be based on what I want to see the most, my own opinion. And so that all the features don't end up in the S tier, I will be as critical as possible when ranking each one. If it's a baseline, the B tier is mid tier, a 5 out of 10. And doesn't necessarily mean it's bad, I just neither disagree or agree with the feature. Open interiors. To start things off, I'm going to put open interiors straight in the S tier. This is probably the most requested feature I've seen anywhere, and honestly, it's the one I want to see the most. In GTA 5, you'd be driving through Los Santos, the massive detailed city, and then you'd walk up to 99% of the doors, it's just a locked door. It's always felt like a bit of an illusion. Now from the leaks and trailers, it's looking like GTA 6 is going to have way more enterable buildings, shops, clubs, maybe even random houses. Imagine escaping a wanted level by running through a shopping mall, or robbing a store that isn't one of the 3 same corner shops. This is one feature that would genuinely change how the game feels, moment to moment, so yeah, easy S tier for me. Returning characters. For me this is an A tier. I think the correct way to do this would be subtle nod to Michael, Trevor, Franklin, Lester, or even our online character. They don't need to appear in the game physically to say, just to mention. Maybe the radio mentions Trevor going to jail, or Michael's boat appears in the game for example. On the other hand, what about real life characters appearing? For me, this is B tier. Again, if done right, it could come across pretty cool. However, like we went through in my last video, 007 First Light, the recent video game from IO Interactive, did this with Cabby Lame, and it did come across as kind of forced and outdated. If Rockstar just slaps DJ Khaled for example, in one of Vice City's clubs, it may bring you out of the realism. The right way to do this would be with something subtle, like celebrity radio hosts like Rockstar have done in the past. A 6-star wanted level is something that is mentioned a lot, adding one extra wanted level to GTA 5's. GTA Vice City had 6-star wanted level, so it's only right if they bring it back for GTA 6. However, this all depends on how much they change up the police system. Will it still have the arcadey feeling of the rest of the franchise, or will it be more realistic? We will get into this later on in the video. I'm not saying they will scrap the wanted level, but depending on how much the wanted system is changed, each star might mean different things. For example, 3-star meaning a helicopter in GTA 5, this might change with 6 stars, and then shift the whole relativity of each star. Anyways, enough rambling. I'll put this in A tier, because I enjoy the arcadey feeling of the current GTA wanted system, and adding another star will only add to the chaos. Weightlifting is something that we've seen before in GTA San Andreas, but I do like character customization, and being able to get Jason or Lucia in better or worse shape would be pretty cool. I'm going to put this in B tier, just because it would be cool to see, but I'm not going to be disappointed if they don't include it. A car fuel system is definitely the first sub-B tier for me. I don't understand the obsession of wanting GTA to be super rich simulation game, and for me adding fuel to the car will just be tedious instead of immersive. For this reason, I'm going to put the fuel mechanic in C tier. It obviously won't break the game for me, but I will be slightly annoyed having to refuel a vehicle, especially if the map is going to be as big as it is speculated to be. Disneyland. Being set in a fictional Florida, it would be great to see a parody of Disney World, even if it's just a small part of the map. With a super dense amount of pedestrians walking around, and gift shops we can walk into and get merchandise, and rides that we can go on. I think that would be really cool to see. There still hasn't been any mention of this from Rockstar, but surely this would be a no-brainer for them to include. This is definitely an S tier for me. More mini-games. At this point, I think this is a given from all the screenshots we have so far. Mini-golf, scuba diving, dirt biking, etc. And I think more mini-games they can flesh the game out with, the better. But this is a win-win feature where I can't really see the negative of them filling the world with a bunch of side activities. For this reason, I'm going to put it in S tier. An honor system. Basically what Red Dead 2 had, where the world reacts to whether you're playing as a good guy or a menace. Now don't get me wrong, it worked brilliantly in Red Dead, after the story is built around it. But here's my problem. The whole point of the game is to be doing crimes. If Lucia gets treated differently in shops because I ran over 40 pedestrians on the way there, is that immersive, or is that just punishing me for playing GTA the way GTA is meant to be played? I can see it working in the story missions. Maybe your choice is affecting how characters treat Jason and Lucia. But as an open world mechanic, I'm not convinced. It goes in B tier. I neither disagree or agree. It fully depends on Rockstar's execution. Gloriana State. Now this one is a bit more speculative. There's been talk in the community about the map going beyond Leonida into a second state, and honestly, the idea of the map expanding over time is an S tier concept for me. Rockstar has never really done proper map expansion before. It's always been one map at launch, and that's where you get for the next 10 years. But with how long GTA 6 is going to be supported, imagine logging on a year after release and there's a whole new state to explore. Red Dead 2 technically had the old Red Dead 1 map sitting there mostly unused, so we know that you can build beyond the main play space, even if it's just for online. This is definitely an S tier for me. Smarter police. Right, this is the one I said I will come back to. Smarter police is a huge community wish. Cops that actually investigate, search buildings, respond based on witnesses instead of just psychically knowing you committed a crime from 4 miles away. And on paper, I get it. The GTA 5 police are genuinely dumb. They've got aim accuracy but the memory of a goldfish, hide in a bush for 30 seconds, and apparently the entire manhunt is called off. But here's where I get critical. And this ties back to what I said earlier about the 6-star wanted level. There's a balance here. If the police get too smart, too realistic, you'll lose the arcadey chaos that makes the GTA 5 rampages fun in the first place. Nobody wants to sit through a 20-minute realistic police pursuit because I punched a mime. What I actually want is smarter, not harder. Cops that lose sight of you properly, actually check your last known location, that kind of thing. Because it could go either way for me, I'm putting it in B tier. And finally, our only D tier item is futuristic vehicles, mainly in the online game. I don't think anybody wants to really see these in the game for obvious reasons. So that's the final feature I have. If you have any other wishes that I may have missed, please put them in the comments section and I could maybe make a second video. Anyways, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers. And check out my last video where I went over why GTA 6 could possibly be outdated by the time it comes out. Thank you all for watching and I'll see you in the next video.